Mordecai is one of the main personalities in the Book of Esther in the Hebrew Bible. He was the son of Jair of the tribe of Benjamin. Biblical account. Mordecai resided in Susa, the metropolis of Persia. He adopted his orphaned cousin, Hadassah, whom he brought up as if she were his own daughter. When young virgins were sought, she was taken into the presence of King Ahasuerus and was made queen in the place of the exiled Queen Vashti. Mordecai was referred to subsequently as one of those who sat in the king's gate, to indicate his position of closeness to the king. While holding this office, he discovered a plot of the king's chamberlains Bigthan and Teresh to assassinate the king. Because of Mordecai's vigilance, the plot was foiled. His services to the king in this matter were duly recorded in the king's royal diary. Haman the Agagite had been raised to the highest position at court. In spite of the king's decree that all should prostrate themselves before Haman, Mordecai refused to do so. Though the Hebrew scriptures attest to Israelites or Jews bowing out of respect and submission, Haman was a descendant of the Amalekites, their ancient enemies. Haman, stung by Mordecai's refusal, resolved to accomplish his death in a wholesale murder of the Jewish exiles throughout the Persian Empire. Learning of Haman's scheme, Mordecai communicated with Queen Esther regarding it, and by her bold intervention the scheme was frustrated by distributing arms to the Jews of Susa and other Persian cities where they lived and clashed with Haman's militia, until the king rescinded the edict to murder the empire's Jews. Mordecai was raised to a high rank, donned in the royal grey cloak, and Haman was executed on gallows he had by anticipation erected for Mordecai, in memory of the deliverance thus wrought for them. The Jews to this day celebrate the feast of Purim or lots, because of the lots that were drawn by Haman to decide whom he would first murder among the Jewish elders in Persia. The biblical account ends, and all the acts of his power and of his might, and a declaration of the greatness of Mordecai, whereunto the king advanced him, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Media and Persia? For Mordecai the Jew was next unto King Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed. History. Name. The name Mordecai is of uncertain origin but is considered identical to the name Marduk or Marduku, attested as the name of officials in the Persian court in 30 texts from the period of Xerxes I and his father Darius, and may refer to up to 4 individuals, one of which might have served as the prototype for the biblical Mordecai. The name is commonly interpreted as a theophoric name referring to the god Marduk, with the understanding that it means of Marduk in Aramaic. Some suggest that as Marduk was a war god, the expression of Marduk may simply denote a warrior. The popular translation of warrior is commonly found in naming dictionaries. Others note that Marduk was the creator in Babylonian mythology, whence the term might have been understood by Jews to mean simply of God. The Talmud relates that his full name was Mordecai Bilshan. The Chandra interpreted this as the Babylonian Marduk Belshanu, meaning Marduk is the Lord, Mordecai being thus a hypocorism. Another interpretation of the name is that it is of Persian origin, meaning little boy. Other suggested meanings of contrition, bitter, or cursing are listed in Hitchcock's Bible Names Dictionary of the late 19th century. There is also speculation that the name is derived from Aramaic Mardochi, Mar being a title address for a gentleman, and Dochi, meaning one who incurs merit. The Talmud provides a midrashic interpretation of the name Mordecai Bilshan as Maradakia, alluding to Exodus chapter 30 verse 23, and Baal Lashon, reminding us that as a member of the Great Assembly he was familiar with many foreign languages languages. In the King James Version of the Deuterocanonical Greek editions to Esther, his name is spelled as Mordecai. The Pentecostal minister Finis Dake interprets the Bible verses Esther chapter 2 verses 5 to 6 to mean that Mordecai himself was exiled by Nebuchadnezzar. Biblical scholar Michael D. Coogan discusses this as an inaccuracy regarding Mordecai's age. In the passage, either Mordecai or his great-grandfather Kish is identified as having been exiled from Jerusalem to Babylon by King Nebuchadnezzar. If this refers to Mordecai, he would have had to live over a century to have witnessed the events described in the Book of Esther. However, the verse may be read as referring not to Mordecai's exile to Babylon, but to his great-grandfather Kish's exile, a reading which many accept. Prophet status. The Talmud lists Mordecai and Esther as prophets. The Talmud says Mordecai prophesied in the 2nd year of Darius. Mordecai's genealogy in the 2nd chapter of the Book of Esther is given as a descendant of Kish of the tribe of Benjamin. Kish was also the name of the father of King Saul, and the Talmud accords Mordecai the status of a descendant of the first king of Israel. The Targum Sheni gives his genealogy in more detail, as follows: Mordecai, son of Jair, son of Shimi, son of Shmida, son of Bana, son of Elah, son of Micah, son of Mephibosheth, son of Jonathan, son of Saul, son of Kish, son of Aviel, son of Tzroah, son of Bechoreth, son of Aphiah, son of Shecheram, son of Uzziah, son of Sheshach, son of Michael, son of Eliel, son of Amihud, son of Shapatu, son of Seul, son of Pison, son of Malach, son of Jerubbaal, son of Yerusham, son of Chananiah, son of Zavdi, son of Elpoal, son of Shimri, son of Zechariah, son of Merimoth, son of Husham, son of Shachorah, son of Azar, son of Gera, son of Benjamin, son of Jacob the firstborn, whose name is called Israel. Quote, closing parenthesis.